And hello, everybody. It's one of those nights for me. I have been, I'm somewhat uh, upset, I guess. I guess that's one way of putting it. The topic I want to do. I'm sorry, I'm sort of distracted here. Topic I'd like to do is talking about those things that we find about ourselves, or are those, I don't know how to even phrase it. Um, the trouble, the troubles of having autism. Well, let's put it that way. Um, Things like there's certain traits that are not problems. I mean, they may be socially unacceptable or misunderstood or something, however you want to phrase it. But it's generally just an expression of the autism. When it becomes something that is interfering with the quality of life, like communication or socialization, the relationships, um, then it's an issue that somebody may want to address, deal with. And what I'm finding is frustrating or upsetting, however you want to put it, is that there are, I went for 59 years thinking everything's fine. And as I slowly learn about myself and autism and look back at the problems and find the problems and where I didn't know there were problems, the communication and socialization and things I didn't understand. I remember having a real problem with eye contact. I didn't understand. I thought, I guess that was sort of the normal. Everybody has problems with eye contact, has to learn how to do eye contact. I don't, how we brushed it all under the rug and found different ways of dealing with it that weren't, because we didn't know what we were dealing with. But, it's one thing to say, yeah, I've got a problem with socialization, but when I can't specify what that is, when I can't define it and understand it. I mean, if I could see it, if I could do all those things, well, I suppose if I could define it in the sense of saying I miss certain visual cues, or I tend to perseverate on a topic beyond what people want to hear, which I think is one of them. I tend to go into too great of detail. I tend to elaborate too much. I tend to do all these things, and I mean, in some ways, okay, I've identified them, but how to either change that behavior, what to substitute for it, or even finding it ends up being a real an issue. It's really hard to do this. I've done this all my life alone, and here I am trying to pick the pieces up and put them back together alone. And I mean, I've got people online that are autistic that I can talk to. Maybe that's what I ought to be doing, is trying to put it in words. But a lot of times people don't know how to deal with it either, or it's so specific to me that, yeah, I mean, you'll get then the response like, yeah, that's happened to me too. Well, okay, good. I've established that I'm not alone in this situation. Excuse me. It's a lemon water, fresh lemon water, no sugaring, and that was really sour. Anyway, Just kidding. Almost. That's just got my voice going. Okay. Anyway, I'm 5 minutes in. Okay, it's not too bad. Um, I don't know if anybody's got comments of things that they can do, they've done, or where they've turned to, or all I know to do is try to be specific online, and I feel comfortable around different people and what their responses will be. But you know, it's not just one thing. It's a whole lifetime of things. I've got an option at work, and I probably ought to just take them up on it. And I think it's every year. There's 6 sessions of counseling you can go through. So I ought to probably get in on it, because here we are, what, September? We're not September, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, I'm here in the 6-month mark. So I could do basically a session a month, and then next year when the new year rolls over, I have another 6. So I might be able to get 12 sessions in a row, or close enough together. I ought to check into this, but my concern is that, you know, what do? I say, hey, look, found I'm autistic. I can't see what my problems are. How can you help me? Well, they're probably going to ask whether I had that neuropsych done to do specific areas of weakness, you know, and no, well, and maybe that's what they can do. They can do some sort of I would really look into this. I'm sort of answering my own questions here, maybe your questions, and maybe that's what you'd write about. Please, 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 if you've got experience, if you have any guidance or help for me, this channel isn't an I know, this channel is an I don't know channel. I mean, there's a few things I'll pick up and can pass on, and I learn from others I can pass on, but it's one of those days. I'm sort of at a level of stress right now, but this sounds bizarre, but hand flapping actually sort of takes an edge off of it that rocking doesn't, and I think I'll be okay just rocking. I just sort of need to be at peace and kind of wind down here. But I'm upset. And I don't have answers that I want. I get very sad. There's a part of me that I don't know if other people. This may be one of the. I haven't figured this one out, but I've got a side of me. This is. I wonder if this isn't the only expression that I would sort of allowed myself to feel in all this and all these years is an extreme. I don't think sorrow is too heavy of a word. It's as if I mean, and I could do it right now. I could just let myself emotionally feel what I'm feeling, and it would take me into. You would think that my entire I just got the news my entire family was killed in a car wreck or something. You know what I mean? Or something devastating, and it can hit me, and I can be in that state for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And it's almost like a release. It's almost like what stemming does, only it's at a level that the stem, you know, it builds up too fast. I really am hoping that I can somehow get in touch with my feelings, so where there's something more than just sorrow as an expression. Anyway, I'm just kind of going on and on here. No need to. Part of my journey, my ASD journey. Don't know what I'm going to call it, but it is what it is. Thank you. Thank you for those who are signing up. I'm actually getting people that are, I mean, that's the idea. Somebody else besides me is going to get something out of this, and I hope somebody does. So if you are, thank you, and please share your thoughts too. I appreciate it. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.